What's up? What are you doing? I'm looking a little crazy, aren't I? I'm looking like a Jeremiah Johnson in the woods with the crazy Amish beard and a little bit of grease on my face. Pretty sexual, right? Who am I hanging out with? Say hi, Bobby.
Hey.
Who's this gay ass right here? Can you see him? Josephus? Right in there somewhere? Yeah, just wrenching away. What do I got going on? Anyway, enough introduction. Check this out. I got a new backhoe. It's a Case 580E. It's an 86 model. And as you can see, I've already ripped the radiator off. Like I said, I always get ahead of myself. Radiator is obviously screwed. I just undid it and it's just filled with water. The problem with water is it fucking freezes. So if you put water in your backhoe and it freezes, guess what? Everything breaks. So I picked this thing up. I sold my old backhoe. It was an original 580. It was like a 1970 Case 580 CK, just the original Construction King. And I got this little bad boy for $3 grand. And it needs some work. The motor's locked up. Not locked up, it just doesn't run. It has no compression. They left water in it. It froze. It's been sitting for many years, like 5 years. But let's take a look at it here. So I kind of upgraded. It's out with the old, in with the new. Tires are about half slick, but it's got a sweet cab. And it's got windshield wipers, and it's a lot bigger, man. It's like 16,000 pounds at least. At least. I had to bring it here on a semi. That's how freaking big it is. But this outrigger was sitting down, and the machine doesn't run, so we had to chain it up to get it on the big rig on the semi. But as you can see, it's pretty fresh. It's got a heater up here. All the glass is still in it, except for that one crack piece right there. But all the glass in it's amazing. Outrigger sticks here and there, and you got your 3-stick just like my old one, and a bunch of random tools and beer cans from the last guy that owned it. It's just pretty fresh, you know. 3,000 hours. This is 3,000 hours, if you can even see it. 3,400 hours. How he blew it up, I have no clue. How this dude blew this thing up, I'll never know, man. I will never know. This thing actually came with a Cummins 4B, not even a turbo, non-turbo. I'm gonna get it here out of the light. Everybody complains because it's shaky. Well, guess what? I'm just holding a fucking camera walking around. I'm sorry that it's shaky. Maybe you should subscribe to like Sci-Fi Channel or something, and there's no shake going on because they have a boom jib and it just goes, it just flows with you. I don't have that. Don't have the money for that. Just me and a camera. So anyway, like I said, I picked this Ferrari up, sold my old one. Ran great. My old one was awesome. It was just kind of old, and I had the opportunity to buy the newer one, and I thought like that would be cool. But yeah, once again, I never get anything unless the engine's blown up. So I got it here yesterday with a low boy and an 18-wheeler. We brought it down here, yanked it off a trailer. I wish I could have showed you. It was the most sketchy thing ever. I need to buy a GoPro and start like just putting it on things, and you guys can see all the crazy shit that happens here anytime. Like a backhoe that weighs 16,000 pounds falling off of a gooseneck. Low boy trailer just falling onto the ground, bouncing. That happened yesterday. Anyway though, so I got it here. As you can see, I got the bucket's directly above my head. How cool is that? Sketchy. Directly above me. The only thing that's holding it is that ram right there and the safety. So anyway though, so we got the motor yanked down. We yanked the radiator. It's now off. Just a big radiator piece. That's all it is a big shell. And now we got this motor. This is a Cummins 4B. Like I said, it's just like a little brother to the 5.9 Cummins or the 3.9 Cummins. It's just missing 2 cylinders. So as you can see, it looks real familiar, right? Cummins 4B. You put a turbo on it and it's a 4BT. This thing has been ethered to death. So what I heard was this guy drove it into the river about 6 or 7 times in a row. The river is right next to my house, the Tennessee River. And somehow it ended up in the damn river. And looking in here, you can kind of tell that it's been in the river. I mean, like, it's so fucking gross. If you were to look down in there, you probably can't see it. Just rust. So no compression. No antifreeze of any kind, just straight water. And this is the tail, the remnants, is that it doesn't run. So I'm gonna yank this motor out of here and rebuild it completely, and then we're gonna put it back together and we'll have a badass backhoe. Wish me luck, kids. Day 2. I got sidetracked on some other fun stuff, but as you can see, I just yanked the head off. Look at this. 100% water. That's what they had in the fucking thing, is water. Guess what, it freezes here. And as you can see, this thing's seen better days. Like, look at this sludge. I don't even know what that is. It's just rusting of the block. The rings have obviously seen better days. The rings are just, I don't even know if you can see the scratches and shit in there, but there's some pretty heavy buildup right here. So, this thing's fucked. Full-blown fucked. As far as ever running again. I don't have a screwdriver. I'd try and pop this head gasket out for you guys. But anyway, so now we're going to continue to yank it apart. The injection pump's still on here. I'm gonna I'll probably wait to yank the injection pump until we get this block out, the short block now. This is called a short block because it doesn't have the head on it. When the head's on it, it's called a long block. Imagine that. Long block is long, short block is short. Ha ha ha. So anyway, yeah, I think we're just gonna yank this whole thing. The bolts are back here. So this is a motor mount here, and there's like this is a motor mount, this actual whole front. So you just yank these bolts here, and then like those two bolts, and then your bell housing bolts around the back and the bottom. Lift it up and yank it out. Sounds a lot easier than it is, I promise. Just like everything in life. So let's see what happens next. Hi, we're here. We're fucking still filming. Look what we got going on. It looks like I'm inside a backhoe, because I am. It's kind of gay. I'm sitting on some type of not fun piece of steel here in this area. But this is kind of what it takes when you get a backhoe. Not to mention, there's a fucking ginormous backhoe that if it was to fail, it would crush me and kill me if I was lucky. Most likely it would just cut my leg or arm off, and then I'd live a horribly shitty life, mangled. But that's what it is, I guess. So anyway, look. I figured out that the easiest way is just take the gas tank out. It was here. It was coarse. It's always the worst. Like, it's filled to the top. 25 gallons, probably a diesel fuel. Absolutely filled to the top. Like I said, this is an 86 Case 580E. It's probably got a 25-gallon gas tank, and the chances of being full, it's probably never been full a day in its life, except for when it's brand new. Just so happens to be dead, blown up, filled with diesel. So we had to drain all the fucking diesel out because it's really heavy, 25 gallons times whatever, 8-9 pounds a gallon. So it's too heavy, so we drained it all, and to get to this very back bolts that are absolutely a mother. So this is the back of, this is like a standard number 2 or 3 bell housing on a Cummins. They're always these big circles, and they have 100 fucking bolts in them. So anyway, they're all obviously off now, and it's just ready to come apart. So I'm gonna get a strap and hook a strap here to maybe up to here somewhere. From here to there, hold it up in the air. And as you can see, I'm taking good care of this. It's important. The dirt will help it work better. I'm just kidding. We're gonna take it apart and put it in an acid vat here in a minute. But anyway, let's try and yank it now and see what happens. Whoa, it's into day 2. I got a backhoe torn apart. As you can see in the background, it's just sitting there. Looks like shit. I got like grease everywhere. My arms are like covered in grease. If you do this, you're gonna get covered in grease. But I hope this video, I don't know how much you'll learn. It's kind of like a real quick tear me down. But maybe you'll learn something. This is what it looks like. This is a Cummins torn down in the back of a pickup truck. It's a Cummins 4-cylinder. And look, we're even leaking oil from Mother Nature. We should probably do something about that, shouldn't we? We should go like that. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. Everything's just absolutely gross. Look at my pants. Look at me. I pride myself on being clean, but not today. Let's look over here at the backhoe. I steam cleaned it a little bit to try and get it cleaner for their like reassembly. But it's a lot cleaner, see? It's amazing what a steam cleaner will do. Just blast all 30 years worth of dirt off of it. And now you can touch it. You don't get grease just absolutely everywhere when you touch anything, see? It's amazing. It'll be so awesome to put it back together now. You might ask, why did I not spray it off to begin with? That would be a great question. I probably should have. Not very smart. There's a whole bunch of parts. And a bucket full of diesel and bolts. The real question is can I put it back together? Stay tuned. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Whatever. Ciao.